Hey Gavanan, everybody, and welcome to the stream. My name is Talisian. There you are, and here I am. And today on MMOnday, we are doing Lord of the Rings Online. Now, at the end of last stream, we had finally made it to Edoras in the Rohan, and we managed to free Theoden King from Wormtongue's control, Saruman's control, and he's going to go ahead and lead troops into battle, and has asked his daughter Eowyn to evacuate Edoras just in case. And so we have been tasked to help her take care of everything that needs to be done in Edoras to make sure the people go away safely. So we're going to pick up from there in today's stream. Also, I would like to remind everybody that if there are any events, in-game events that are going on that you'd like for me to advertise on my stream, like the one I'm going to be doing in just a moment, please send me an email at talisian@gmail.com, put on the subject LOTRO events, or you can post the information down below if you find this on YouTube, or you can join my Discord server. Link is also down below, and we discuss Lord of the Rings Online, Diablo, Path of Exile, you name it. So come on by, join a bunch of like-minded people and discuss games. But as I was saying, there is an in-game event that I'd like to take a quick moment to advertise. It is the Monsters of Rock event on the Glamdring server. This Saturday, February 28th, and Sunday, March the 1st, the Dirty Dozen are back once again, bringing us a dozen one-hour sets of music, all from the same artists. They'll have music from Led Zeppelin, Metallica, Van Halen, Avenged Sevenfold, Dream Theater, Porcupine Tree, and others. And again, this is going to be on the Glamdring server in the Breeland Fairground Festival stage. All times are Eastern. They start at 2 p.m. Eastern on Saturday, February 28th, and 3 p.m. Eastern on Sunday, March the 1st. So if you're interested in some good music, and you do know that the LOTRO people do some great music, go and join them on the Glamdring server at the Bree Festival grounds. All right, so let's go ahead here, take a look at the calendar. We only have the 18th anniversary gift. They don't have the new dates yet for the LI reward track, but I should almost be done with the LI reward track now. Let's take a look real quick. There are about 8 days left, and I should be up to around 75. Yes, I just claimed 75 now. We'll try to make a push. I'd like to try to get 80 and get that next incomparable token. I don't think I'll be able to get any farther than that. I don't think I can make it to 85 or 90. 85 would be a legendary sealed tracery, and 90 would be a legendary coffer of craft, which can get a cracked tracery token and such. I don't know if I'll get that far in the next 8 days. But if possible, I'd like to get it. Hey, Destiscardo, welcome to the stream, my friend. Good to see you. We are here in Edoras right now. We're helping Eomer go ahead and get the city ready for evacuation. So let's go ahead and see what sort of trouble we can get into here. The quest I have is Book 11, Chapter 9, Seeds of Treachery. Eowyn has given you some writings from the Search of Grima's Chambers and wants you to find out where in the city these clues might refer. There's 3 different areas of Edoras that I need to go ahead and take a quick search in. And, let's see, where are they? Oh, they're all around looks like they're just on the outsides of Edoras. Yeah, to the gates. Looks like the gates, and looks like one of the main halls. So let's go ahead and head over there now. Oh, and before we get started, every day is a Hobbit's birthday, but we are the fortunate ones to get the presents. So let's see what Hobbit present we get today. 100 Virtue XP and a Boast to Combat Run Speed. We'll definitely use that. And we'll go ahead and put the other one in my buff slot in my... There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and head to these places that were mentioned in Grima's writings and see what we can find out. It was nice to finally make it to Edoras and continue the story. I had a lot of fun in Wildemore, but I was very glad to be done with it. And if you're interested, I did make the legendary Wildemore deed, which you can only complete by doing the main quest in completing the main storyline quest in Wildermore, which is an optional zone, by the way. But I managed to complete it in about 12 hours? 20 hours, because it was 2-hour streams and 10 streams. So if it's something you are interested in, please, I've got 10 streams of my adventures in Wildermore, the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. Go ahead and take a look. Right now, though, we're going to go ahead into these 3 places that were mentioned in Grima's writings that were found when we were searching his chambers. And let's see what information we can find out. Is this? No, it's south. Is this it here? Yes. Okay, here's the gate, but it looks like there's a scorched strongbox. Let's see what this is about. The strongbox has been scorched with fire. What is it doing here? The strongbox is scorched as if it was set on fire, but the blaze did not spread. And I'm getting attacked. Leofling was an ally of Wormtongue, but are there others? And looks like it's just the same thing. Okay, so that's the first location. And the second and third locations are up north here along the main wall of Edoras. So let's see what we can find out. These are Grima's writings here. None of us are doing this for free, Worm. Remember that we expect to be paid well for our services. If you think we're common brigands, you aren't as sharp as that blade you carry around. If you aren't careful, you'll find it in your back next. And maybe the old man will find another to do his bidding. Maybe that's one of us. You say you can't grant me the bird, but I'm not dealing with the sword of jewels on my own. The old man values you as the way he does. Why is he not giving you the run of the place once it's all done? L. That might have been the person we just slain. On another parchment in the same hand, F says he'll bring the weapons out of the guardhouse on the morrow and leave them by the side wall. Are you certain that the king will stay inside? We've not seen him in weeks, but he does still command the loyalty of the people. Only he can stop this now that E is imprisoned. F assumes me that E will not be a problem. He spends every day and night poring over that map, raging against his confines, but he will not disobey the king. L. And on a scrap of parchment in a different hand, the Blood Eye thinks we should act quickly. He says Gandalf is coming back. How could he know this? Signed by H. And this page is almost legible, written in a hasty hand. Which tower? There are several among the northeast wall of the city, and I do not know if I am going to put the word in at the proper tower. You need to talk to him before we act. H wanted me to ask about the contents of the chest as well. You say it will burn, but it is very sturdy and may not spread to the southeast gate. This chest burns, but the fire does not spread. H stays it will be your head. F. Interesting. Very interesting. So we'll see what's going on here. Looks like there's a timber pile here. This timber pile should not be next to the tower this way. And there's the H. Rebecca was an ally of Wormtongue, but are there others? And the third one is over by what looks like to be the Great Hall, or the Feast Hall. Well, here it is. Ah. Misplaced weapons. Those must have been the weapons that were mentioned to be left out. These weapons are out of place. Why were they moved here? Alright. So I've done some investigating. So let's go back and talk to Eowyn just outside Methuselah. Didn't know Wildemore was optional. I did all the quests there too. Well, you aren't directed there. If you're following the Bingo Boffin quest line, you're directed there. And there are a couple of minor quests that are part of the main story quest. But to actually go through it all and do the slaying of Nurzum, that's all optional. It's not required for the main story quest or the Ballad of Bingo Boffin. That's why it's considered optional. But it was nice to get the legendary title from it, because if you look in the quest guide, you see I have legendary Isengard, legendary Mirkwood, and legendary Moria that I can go back into. Also, no, not Lion Lake Gorge, but I've got 3 legendary areas that I may have to go back through and just work on to see if I can pick those up. Now that I'm a little higher level, it may be a little easier. So that might be another stream that I'll do, is take a break from the main story quest and go back and do some of the back deeds and stuff that I've forgotten. Maybe make a deed day of it or something. That could be fun. All right, let's talk to Eowyn.
You found some of Grima's allies and defeated them? Good.
Those snakes would have caused trouble for us, especially once my uncle rides to Isengard. I hope that was all of them. I still don't understand all of the mysteries you've uncovered in Grima's chambers, but perhaps we've ended the schemes that were plotted there. My uncle and his riders are ready to depart. So let's see which one I want to take. Will, Vitality, Agility, Vitality, Fate. And so let's see one of my other ones here. A definite increase in both. So we'll go ahead and get rid of Inhild's copper bracelet, since that's going to be the lowest item level.
My preparations continue, but my uncle's are complete.
Now he rides to Isengard and to war. I will remain behind as he had commanded, but my thoughts will dwell upon him until his return. Enter the Golden Hall and see if there's any further commands for those of us who will remain. Book 11, Chapter 10. The King Rides West. Alright, so let's see what the king has commanded us.
The riders are ready to depart, as am I.
We will ride to Isengard and remind Saruman of what he has forgotten, that the Riddermark is not his for the taking. It belongs to the Oringas, who will refresh his memory with sword and spear. I know that Eowyn is unhappy with her charge, and she would be on the forefront of battle if I allowed her to ride with us. It would console her little to know that it is not her safety I seek to ensure with my command, but that of my people. They need someone to lead them in my absence, someone to give them hope for better days to come. They need Eowyn to be strong, and I know she will be. Another spear at Isengard will evade us little. A shield at home may be the difference at the last. I am ready to ride. Let me know when you are ready to see us off.
It is time.
Theoden King has mustered a force of more than 1,000 spears and prepares to ride for Isengard. Will he return to Edoras in this life?
I sure hope so. Gandalf was right, my friend. I've sat in the shadows of my hall for far too long. It is good to breathe the clean air once more and to feel the breeze upon my face. Grima's whimperings made me forget, but now the memory of good has returned to me, and in greater force than before. Walk with me a ways. I have a request to make of you.
Forward, snowman. While I ride to Isengard, I would have you lend your aid to those who remain behind.
Our friend does not ride with us.
There are dangers both behind and ahead, Eomer.
I know you are needed elsewhere. Still, I would feel more at ease if you rode with us. Eomer hesitates, and you can see him struggling with the weight of a decision. I do not want to add my own worries to those that already concern you, but if you find yourself in the Eastfold, perhaps you'll cast an eye toward my own home. The town of Aldburg is my home when I am not in Edoras, and is now left in the care of my steward Arsil. It's been a long time since I returned to Aldburg, and I worry that the dangers that threaten the rest of the Mark may also affect my home. You need not go there in haste, mind you. Help my sister with the road task first, but it would ease my mind if I thought you might go to Aldburg afterwards. You have my thanks. And next I need to talk to the three members of the Fellowship, Legolas, Aragorn, and Gimli. Am I at the Ford of Ison? No, I'm just outside of Edoras. Okay. So let's talk to Legolas first. There you are. Did you not recognize me? Theoden gave us raiment of war from his own hoard. No, I prefer my own garb, but we ride now to war, and this shining nail will serve me better. Still, I appreciate the gift. Hey, it does look pretty good. It's not bad. I mean, he definitely looks like a rider of Rohan. Probably hides his elven features, which may be an advantage when dealing with Saruman. Let's see what Aragorn has to say. I understand your path lies elsewhere, but we may still meet again. There are dangers aplenty in Rohan, and not enough good-hearted folk to defeat them. If only there were 2 of you, or 4, or even 6. Aragorn laughs, and some of the riders nearby look at him curiously. Sounds of merriment are rare in these times, my friend, and defeating Saruman will not change that. Gandalf was quick to remind me that the real foe lies east, and not to the west. But if Rohan is to survive, we must do something about the enemy that is nearest. And we will. And what about poor Gimli? The armor of this land is not made for dwarves, but the king gave me a shield bearing his device, a white horse on a green field. I am proud to bear it, but I am less pleased at the prospect of being borne by such a creature on the journey to Isengard. I've had enough bouncing around on my back of such beasts like a sack of meal. Elmer says I may ride with him, and I've agreed to take him up on his offer, as long as Legolas will ride beside us. Together we will teach young Eomer how mistaken he has been concerning the Lady of the Golden Wood. We will be in good company, assuming he learns this lesson well. And quickly. That's Gimli for you. Alright, let's talk to Theoden King one last time. The host is assembled and ready to ride, but there is still one matter I would see resolved. Will you find Gleowine and bring him before me? There is still the matter of his punishment to be settled. I think Gleowine was dreading this moment. The king has chosen this moment to reveal his punishment. I am prepared, my friend. Whatever my king decides will be just.
I am ready.
Gleowine, do you know why I have called you before me?
I do, my king. My friends and I returned to Edoras against your direct command.
Why did you do this?
We did this out of love, my king, and fear. Love of the Mark, and fear for its people.
I share this love, Gleowine, and this fear. But a king's word is law, and must be obeyed. You will not escape judgment.
That is just, my king. I submit to your will.
I ride to war. It is like to be my last riding. I need a minstrel by my side to record the deeds that await.
My king?
It will be your burden to witness my final days, if this be they, and record them in song.
You will return from the battle, my king.
That may be so. Do you accept my judgment?
I do, my king.
And a very just judgment it was. It is done. Each of the three of you, Gleowine, Horn, and the High Elf with whom I now speak, will serve Rohan in the ways for which you are best suited, and scrub away the black mark incurred defying my command. Now, it is time to depart. Aid my sister-daughter Eowyn as the people journey to Dunharrow, and wish us well in battle. With good fortune we will overcome, and put an end to Saruman's treacheries at long last.
Forth, Aerolingus!
And the king now rides forth, and now we help out Eowyn, excuse me, outside of Methuselah.
So they are gone. May they ride to victory.
It is now up to those of us who remain to carry out my uncle's will and the wishes of those who ride with him. I hope we are both up to the challenge.
My uncle has commanded that I bring the people of Edoras to Dunharrow.
For that is a more defensible location than Edoras. But before we make our way there, we should send word to Harrowdale, the great number of people that will soon be arriving. Some have already made their way to Harrowdale, but more will be arriving soon from all corners of Kingstead. If you have time enough to spare, I ask that you travel northeast to the town of Entwade and ensure that the people there are prepared for what lies ahead. Afterwards, someone will need to travel to the Harrowdale. Eowyn pauses as she seems to be weighing something carefully before speaking. The Lord of Harrowdale is Thane Dunharrow, nephew of Erkenbrand, Lord of Helm's Deep in the Westfold. He's a mighty man, accomplished in battle, and most loyal to my uncle and the Mark, but he wrote to defend the fort of Eisen some weeks ago, and his wife now rules in his stead. She and I have never been friendly. Ellen Fremidon is by most accounts a kind woman, and is just as her husband, but she and I are as different as the badger is to the noble steed. She will not be pleased to hear that I and the folk of Edoras will soon be sheltering at her hall, but she would be less pleased to hear the news from me. After you've helped the people at Entwade, travel to Dunharrow to the south, and give Ellen Fremidon this unpleasant news. There's little other choice, and you seem the best available messenger for these tidings, my friend. And looks like she has one other quest for me.
I need your help, my friend.
With my Uncle Theoden bringing the war to Saruman, there remains a great many things to do in the Westminute. To the east, the river fort of Entwade lies along the Entwash's shores and has held the Wade for years innumerable. Thane Edric commands the post and holds but a few men in his service. The White Hand has been pressed into the king's lands as of late, and the cost of losing the Wad would be unknowable. I have many matters to attend to in my uncle's stead, but I know that this is a task for which your skills are suited. If you would aid me, I will have your steed ready for the journey at once. When you accept this quest, you will immediately travel to the Entwade in Kingstead. This quest will fail if you complete in the king's wake before speaking to Thane Edric. And here I am. The people of Entwade have many concerns with which you can help. I don't know if I have Entwade as a port yet. Osserley, Edoras, Stoke. So we'll go ahead and grab Entwade real quick. There we go. Okay. All right. So, now what is that quest that I need? This quest will fail if you complete in the king's wake before speaking to Thane Edric. Okay, so I need to talk to Thane Edric first. And there he is right there.
enemy must be punished for encroaching upon our lands.
At long last, Edoras sees fit to send anyone at all to the Wade. Perhaps Eowyn is a bolder leader than her uncle.
There are not enough curses in the world for the invaders of the lands of Rohan.
Well then, welcome to Entwade, traveler. I've little time to spend chatting with one so ill-acquainted with the troubles of Rohan. The king has ridden west and left me many problems and not enough men to handle them. Be him renewed or not, my people have still been forgotten. Look to my side, traveler. My wife Leoflad struggles to make ready to evacuate my people to Aldeburg. Such a task would be difficult even if the Uruks were not riding our plains. But such things are commonplace under Theoden King. Let me speak no more of him, for my wife thinks such things bode ill for my temper. If you would help us prepare, we would be grateful for your aid, though I know not how much I can repay you in these dire times. And I now have a duty completing quests in Kingstead. If I complete 50 of them, I get some goodies, including 2,000 Virtue XP, Reputation with Erlingus, and 5 LOTRO points. So let's see how we do. So I need to aid Thane, Edric, and Leoflad in their preparations. And it looks like I need to complete 3 of them. So let's see what Edric has. He's got 2 of them. First one is Danger and Silence.
The White Hand is wicked.
Entwade has been the victim of many assaults as of late. For my part, my men and I have kept the people from harm and our homes largely attacked. However, in the past week, the attacks have ceased. It does not take one well-versed in strategy to presume that a larger attack will soon fall upon us. I've been busy helping my wife prepare the people for travel to Aldeburg, and any new information on our foes' whereabouts has not yet been delivered to me. If you would, speak to my guards near the Entwash and in town. They may have more insight on the dangers we'd be left to deal with once my people depart. The other quest?
There are not enough curses in the world for the invaders of the lands of Rohan.
Tainted lands, tainted legacy. You appear to be a hale hunter, traveler. As my wife makes ready to escort my people south to safety, I would ask something of you. The road to the south will lead my people to Aldeburg, but our foes look too near. The Uruks that stalk the fields of Kingstead have done much to harry my people and have been so bold as to attack Entwade itself several times in the past weeks. Now I have heard talk that they'd ride along the road to the south and slay passers-by before claiming their goods. My people and my wife cannot meet such a fate. Ride against them and clear the road so that my people may pass unfettered when the time comes. Okay, well that's an easy one to do. And what does Leoflad ask of me?
Will you aid the Rohirrim?
Safety for the meek. Oh, traveler, Edric has sent you to me? Good. Perhaps now we shall be able to depart in some timely manner. It has been a great undertaking to uproot the people of Entwade. My husband's request, I shall aid in escorting them to safety in Aldeburg to the south. Many have packed for weeks now, but we cannot afford to wait any longer. I protested when Edric bade me stay in Aldeburg as well, but if I cannot return to Kingstead, then I shall aid the people of the Eastfold during my stay. Truly, they face great troubles as well. As for you, my people are ready as they will likely ever be. Would you do me a great favor and bid them all to join me here? I can do that. Hey, Reindeer Police, thanks for joining me. Welcome to the chat. We are currently working on getting the people of Entwade to flee toward Dunharrow. And that was tasked to me by Theoden King and Eowyn. So that's what we're working on right now. And we're on the Angmar server, so who knows what kind of Nazgul will all of a sudden show up right in the middle of my fun. Let's see here. I need to find 5 people. There we go. I will miss you, friends. Take care of each other while I am gone, but I will return as soon as I am able. And he was talking to his chickens. I've never played. Always felt a bit dated, but I must admit to love the narrative gameplay. Yes. As you can tell, I really get into the narrative gameplay when I do Lord of the Rings. I've enjoyed it. I've been playing ever since 2020, and I started on the Angmar server when it went live, and I've been going through the story ever since. I have completed to this date 3,190 quests. So just a couple. Let us fetch our belongings inside, and then we shall gather with the others. And I need to talk to Ordegar about danger in silence.
Welcome, my friend.
Thane Edric wishes to know what has become of our foes. Well, the Uruks still ride along the plains, and the king has done naught to drive them off. He stripped us of most of our men, and soon we shall be even fewer when Leoflad and the rest depart. The Uruks circle us like vultures, and there's no telling when they shall strike at us next, or if they direct their wrath toward Middlemead. That's all I know of what is to come. The people must make ready to leave soon as they are able. There's another inhabitant that I need to beckon along the way. I suppose I have packed enough for now. I shall join with the others when I finish my work here. Wait not on my account. I shall not be long. And I need to talk to Inguk and the last citizen. There's the last citizen. I know. Very well. We shall go meet with Leoflad. What I really liked was the sky right outside of Moria on the Lothlorian side. When you get to the lake, the mirror lake out there, and you can see the sky in the lake, it's beautiful. Let me go ahead over here, and we'll talk to Inguk. He's just outside the... Or might be upstairs. No, I can't go up, so he's got to be just outside the gate. Nice. I'm not seeing a great deal of the game, but I worry about my spare time if I see too much. Yeah, that was... Honestly, it was... One of the things that drew me into the game was when I saw the party tree for the first time. The very first character I ever played was a Hobbit hunter. And when you go through and you can get close enough to see the party tree for the first time, just as you get to Hobbiton, it's a nice sight. It's a nice view, and it still kind of gives me a little bit of a shiver every time I see it.
The Dunlendings rally to the banner of the White Hand.
It has been long since I have spoken with Dane Edric, and while it is true the relative peace is held, I fear it will soon end. During my post a few days ago, I spied orcs crossing the Entwash, with much difficulty, mind you, and they were passing onto the shore of Kingstead. But these orcs looked different, and they did not bear the markings of the White Hand. Moreover, they appeared to be fleeing from the farmstead nearby. Perhaps Refastred is as brutal as I have heard it told. I'm not one to believe that an orc could know fear, so I have certainly not seen the last of them. But Thane Edric surely knows not of this, and must be advised against such troubles. And the last one is Anrad. How on rails is the game? Can you hang out and do Hobbit things all day if you want? I enjoy a pipe in real life. Me, I've smoked a pipe and everything. You can. There are... You have to complete certain quests at the entrance to Moria in order to get your legendary items, but I think you can actually do those out of sequence. If you just get up to level 45 and can get to Moria, you can do those so you can pick up your legendary item, because you really do need your legendary item going forward, either into Moria or whatever you do. But there have been many times I've taken, days off, and I've gone around and done the questing at the party tree for some of the events like Midsummer and Farmers Festival. Done some fishing, done some bird watching. Sometimes I just go out and go do deeding for a while if I want to pick up some LOTRO coins. So I don't really think the game is on rails per se. I mean, if you do want to do certain things, you've got to complete certain things. Like, for instance, if you're interested in the main story quest, which I am, then you have to complete it, of course. But you can still do a lot of things just based on level And, you know, there may be certain requirements, like you may have to complete quest A, B, and C in order to access Area Z. But other than that, you pretty much do what you want.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
I cannot tell you how much more than you already know. The Urukai have roamed in from both the east and the west, and I fear that they have stolen the horses of the Broadacres of their travels. I fear they are responsible for Minamine's silence as of late as well, though I know Magla would not allow such foes to come close to his people. Oh well, the troubles facing the Entwade are numerous enough. None shall be safe until the roads are cleared of their kind, and of that I am sure Thane Edric knows. That's cool. Can you gather grow pipe? I know you can grow pipeweed because it's available out on the market. If I do believe, let me check the Alka house real quick. No, maybe not. Let's see. Decoration, food, and drink. Where is it? Harvey's jewelry. Yeah, pipeweed right there. Nobody has any on sale for the market now, but there is a specific mark for it in the auction house for sale. And I love that there's a hobbies tab in the auction house. Yeah, if you're looking on getting stuff for your hobbies, let me see what they've got for sale right now. Where's the and fishing? But if we just do a hobby search, yeah. There's a well-crafted Lebatharian fishing rod right now, which adds 5 to your fishing skill. I think I already have one of those. Yeah, I have the base, and I have a well-crafted Lebatharian, so I've also got one of those too. And I've done some fishing. What's nice is you can actually do fishing for a couple of the events. You can do it out near the lake that is near the party tree, and your fishing will actually get you well-crafted mathons that you can use and gain Mathon Society faction with it. So it is possible to use your hobby to gain faction in the game. Yes, you do, but right now the game is currently for free. You can quest all the way up through Helm's Deep, level 95, which is actually farther than I've gone now, because I'm not quite up to Helm's Deep. There are several expansions after that, which are usually on sale for LOTRO coins. LOTRO coins every now and then. You can earn the LOTRO coins in-game, or you can buy them fairly cheap. Or you can just buy the expansions online. And if you get some of the higher-end packs, you can get cosmetics. You can even get some stuff like this earring that I have that I picked up from one of the... I picked it up from the Fate of Gundabad expansion, which scales up with you, increases your stats, your critical rating, and also gives you 25% bonus to legendary item and mounted combat XP and experience gain on crafting, monster kills, and quest completions. So but I got that because I got the one of the better expansions, not just the basic, which is just the quests, but I got one of the ones that came with artwork and cosmetics and mounts and stuff like that. Now, okay, let's go ahead and talk to these two. We'll complete these two quests. No, actually, let's go ahead and just kill the Edokai. I want to kill some Edokai. That's a Westmanet scout who also has a quest from me. Let's go ahead and kill some Edokai, which is definitely in this area here. That way I can complete all of the quests, and I should probably get buffed up at this point. Definitely need these walnut branches for my crafting. And there's one of the Urukai right there. Come here, you. I need to get the pillagers. And new deed, Warg Slayer of the Westmanet. And I said 100, 200. It's a 100, 200. And I'll have to put up some more. I'll have to put up some more Slayer stuff here shortly because I've only got about 20 minutes left on my Slayer and Skill Deed acceleration. Which I'm finding as you get later in the game is a good idea to get. Because, like I said, trying to kill 200 of these mobs in order to get the faction can be a pain in the ass. Uh-oh. Mournful. This one's going to be fun. Back off. Alright, give me a second to... Ah, he didn't stay long. I figured I was going to get a little extra time on him. Oh, he's not... He's beating my ass. Come on, give me a good shot. Alright, took 6k off. Nice. Heal. Oh, and I'm out. So, power. There we go. Back off again. Whew, give me a second to kind of recover here. Got him. 6. Tattered Shadows. Here we go. By the way, that is a feature that is only on the Legendary servers, and in order to play on the Legendary servers, you must have a VIP subscription, the $15 a month subscription. That is not, it's called the Veil of the Nine, and it's not on the regular servers that you actually do not need a subscription to play on. You can actually play this game completely for free without a subscription. There's another one. Well, I'm on one of the Legendary servers, Angmar and Mordor, and that Nazgul that you saw me fight is only found on them, and I actually like the challenge. So, if you're willing to pay for a subscription, I recommend Angmar or Mordor. But we're just into Rohan now, and I don't know how much longer that will last. If you don't want to pay a subscription, you can play for free through Helm's Deep at 0 cost without a subscription. So you can make your mind up on that as to which one you can do, which one you can afford, which one... I mean, it's a good way to just kind of get familiar with the game, get your feet wet, and decide if you want to go ahead and pay for a subscription. I recommend doing that because it gives you a chance to see the game. Gives you a chance to play through it, do some of the questing, do some of the deeding, earn some LOTRO points. Because you can earn in-game currency, the LOTRO coins, just by completing things called deeds. You've seen those things that just popped up on my screen, that Warg Slayer of the Eastmanet and Urukai Slayer of the Eastmanet. You see, if I complete the first level of the deed, if I kill 100 of them, I'll get 5 LOTRO points. And you can use those in the store, and you can get all things like Skill and Slayer Deed accelerators, you can get crafting bonuses and other such things for that. So, and you don't need a subscription in order to get those. You just need to play the game. And if you're also interested, I do have a Discord server that is also linked to some of the other LOTRO servers, actually the official LOTRO Discord servers, so that you can go ahead and get more information about the game. And just up on the screen right now is a link to my YouTube channel, my Discord server, and my Blue Sky, though I don't post very much on the Blue Sky anymore. I should probably post more on there. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn in these quests. These are the 3 quests that I needed to do for Thane Edric in the King's Wake. And it looks like I've got them all completed, so let's go ahead and get them turned in.
What brings you to these lands?
Safety for the meek. Thank you, Senchantra. You allowed me a chance to finish with other preparations, and now it appears that everyone is here. Keeping him at my side will likely prove more challenging, but worry not, for I have handled far worse. And talking to Edric, he has those 2 quests for me. First one is Danger in Silence.
Invaders have wrought this misery upon us.
It is as I feared. More foes rally around our lands even now, and with such little time before my people depart. We shall have to find and strike at these threats as soon as we are able, for only then will my people find safe passage. And the last quest that he had was Tainted Lands, Tainted Legacy.
There are not enough curses in the world for the invaders of the lands of Rohan.
You bear the telling marks of a skirmish. I trust it is done then. The Uruks have been fighting with great tenacity of late, so I am glad that their riders along the road have been quelled. And it looks like I need to go ahead and go to my mounted combat real quick. I probably have a bunch of experience to spend on that. I've got 2 points available. Alright, so we'll go ahead and get Hard to Hurt and Rapid Recovery. There we go. So we'll go ahead and finish off in the King's Wake.
Invaders have wrought this misery upon us.
You have done well. With these threats identified and my people prepared for the journey, they can set off. You have saved me a great deal of time and brought in my people the safe passage they so dearly needed. The journey will take some time, but they will find assurance of safety within Olderberg. As for those threats to the north and the south, I have much more to ask of you before I say my farewells to my wife and my people, so do not wander far away yet, my friend. And let's see what item I can pick up here. Agility, Vitality. I don't really need the Fate. Agility, Vitality, Crit, Defense, and Parry. Problem is I don't need Crit, Defense, or Parry. I do need some. I have no Crit Defense at all. I might want to take that one just to get some Crit Defense. Alright, so we'll grab the Fortified Coif. Let's see how it looks, though. Oh. How about that one? Yeah, no better. That's one reason why I don't wear headgear very much. But we'll grab the Fortified Coif.
There are not enough curses in the world for the invaders of the lands of Rohan.
My people stand ready. I do not wish them to delay any longer, for the sooner they depart, the sooner I can turn my efforts to defending the Entwade once again. If you will allow me a few moments to say my farewells, and to my people and my beloved Leoflad, I shall find you after they begin their journey. Leoflad is a strong woman, of this I am sure, and she will know how to handle things should any trouble arise on their journey. But there are new troubles that my men spoke of. Those new troubles that my men spoke of, they are greatly concerning. I worry that the White Hand rallies for the great assault. Our foe shall not break the Entwade, not while I draw breath, but I fear for the folk upon the plains. The captain of my guard may not know of such threats, as he too has been distracted by the bustle of my people, but he must be told. The time to act draws near. If you would, speak with him in the mead hall. Must be upstairs. There he is.
The White Wizard has taken everything from us.
You bring ill tidings, traveler. I know of many great threats in Kingstead, including the Uruks to the north and the west, or these orcs that have crossed the shores. They complicate the already wide front of the Entwade. We will need to deal with such things soon. I will speak with my men as to what is to be done to defend our settlement, and you should acquaint yourself with the map and notes over on the table while we wait for Edric's return. He will have much to say to Leoflad before he bids her farewell, so take as much time as you need. When you are able, speak with Womar, for he will be happy to talk to one as seasoned as yourself. Notes and a map of the Westminute lay strewn about a table before you. The notes are primarily comprised of terse, unsent missives to Thane Magdala of Middlemead and Ree Fastred of Snowbourne, but one in particular calls for able-bodied men to ride at Theoden King's side in the Westfold. The map is heavily marked with numerous forces being noted in central and eastern Kingstead, and it also depicts the path of Edric's people through the southeastern Kingstead into the Eastfold. The largest threats are marked to the west and the north of the Entwade, and the road to the northwest has been marked as overrun. And there's Womar. And we're, let's see here.
Hail, traveler. Are you here to help us?
You know much of the threats facing us for having arrived so recently. I mean no offense, but I wish that the others had spoken with us sooner of such concerns, so that plans might have already been formed. Our men in the field like they know well of such problems, so perhaps they've already begun to work against our foes. For my part, I have heard noises about town at night, and though I not know whence they come, I shall soon have to investigate those. The others refuse to aid me. But no matter, I've dealt with worse of my own. Cedric has more to say to you, so I'll keep you from your charge. And we've got an ad coming up in about 10 seconds or so, 15 seconds, so I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break here, let you watch the ads, and I'll see you all on the flip. Okay, and I am back, and let's go ahead and see what Ciric has to say now.
It is a sad thing to watch your lands die.
Walmart is young and untested. The last mysterious noise he heard was a chicken making a ruckus in a shed, so such an assertion is not new to me. His spirit is strong, though, and I know that in time he should become a fine warrior. Oh, did you hear that? Believe Edric has returned and the people have set off. You should speak with him below when you are able. And there he is.
The enemy must be punished for encroaching upon our lands.
Aye, Leoflad and the others have begun their journey. I pray that the travel is swift and unhindered, and I shall send word to them in Aldburg when such time is afforded to me. Now then, let us speak of other matters.
The White Hand is wicked.
Leoflad and my people have set off to Aldburg, and my hope is that they shall arrive having encountered nary a trouble. Their safety weighs heavily upon me, and Their safety weighs heavily upon me. I've held the Wade for years, and I would not have sent them away if I saw not the danger approaching from all sides. Yet I wish Theoden had done more to aid us. He could have secured Kingstead before leaving us to fend for ourselves among so many foes. As it stands, he has left his niece to handle affairs here, but I think her no more likely to lead than him, even spared the venomous whisperings of Wormtongue. This, of course, brings me to you. You have come into our lands and evaded my people well. There are many matters to attend with in Entwade, and all of them are of dire importance. Without a concerted effort, there can be no way to address them all before time runs out. I need to aid 7 of Thane Edric's men in securing Entwade. And he's one of the ones that I need to aid.
We stand in silence while the storm of Isengard grows stronger.
Traveler, will you do me a favor? Thane Edric has asked that the homes of those who departed today be boarded up to protect them from any assaults that our foes might launch. I will complete this task myself, but I, and I am certain many others, would like to prepare for the defenses for the upcoming siege. If you would aid us, I've already set out the planks near the homes that need to be boarded up, so all you have to do is hammer them into place. This would save us a great deal of time, my friend. I can do that. And Wolmar? He's also one of the men I need to help.
The Rohirrim do not surrender.
I have something to ask of you. As Ciric said, I have heard noises coming from the privies around town in the night, but I've not been able to track their source. Ciric and the others think me mad, but I know something is taken up hiding in Entwade. If we had to secure the town as Edric demands, would it not be reasonable to investigate such a thing? If you would humor me, I would be grateful for your kindness. Go into the town and search the privies. I am certain the noise must be coming from one of them. The sounds have come from a different direction each night, so you shall need to check them all. Great, so I go from Noble Hunter to Privy Checker. Yay. Just what I always wanted. As you reach for the handle, a man steps forth from the privy. Ah, so I've been found out. Worry not. I shall save you the trouble and put myself to Edric before he can misunderstand my intentions. Okay. Start hammering up these wooden planks. There's another privy to check. As you open the door, a chicken appears, clucks loudly, and skitters away. Well, hey, everyone's got to go poop, right? Ah, there's the other privy. There's a door, an orc. And I picked up a new deed, Orc Slayer of the West Minute. And it is also probably a 100-200. Yep. Another one of the men I need to help? Yes. 2 quests for me. No quarter in the West Minute.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
As you have no doubt heard from Thane Edric, orcs have crossed into the Wade into our lands from the Sootcrofts. We know not what has driven them here. They cannot remain, for their numbers would bolster the already sizable forces of the White Hand. They bear queerly adorned armor, but beneath it they appear frailer than most we have seen thus far. It is my thought that Refaster and his men drove them off, though I'd imagine that Edric would take him to task for not slaying all of their number. But we cannot abide them near our border. Ride south of the Entwade along the edge of the river and slay them, for how gaunt they appear may well be a mercy. And the other
I am
quest?
afraid of what is happening to these lands.
Unfit for orcs. I grow concerned for the men of the Entwade. In Thane Edric's fervor to protect the crossing, we have forgotten that our crofters have gone and that our rations must be preserved for the coming battle. In other times, such things were not a problem, but with the coming of the orcs from the Sootcrofts, I fear that an easier source of food may be at risk. I speak of course, fish. Along the river of the Entwade, we have a great many nets in place to trap fish as they swim downstream. However, the orcs are a rough, vile lot, and I worry they destroyed or befouled our fish and nets since they passed into our lands. If you would, venture to the river's edge and search the nets. If any fish remain, the men could benefit greatly from seeing them return to the Entwade. I can definitely do that. Let's go ahead and bounce out. Should see some nets somewhere around here. There we go. Oh, and that one was guarding a shadowy. Got him. 2 more tattered shadows. And we'll go ahead and get these fish-filled nets caught up. Slain horse. This starts another quest on the plains evermore. A horse slain by the orcs of the Sudcross. Let's go ahead and take care of this orc real quick. Bury the fallen horses on the fields of the King's Stead. The stolen horses can be found among the orcs near the river Entwade to the south of Entwade. You discovered slain horses of the Rohirrim of Entwade. In keeping with the Rohirric culture, you should bury them under the fields of King's Stead. Although you could not save them from their grim fate, you return honor to the horses of the Rohirrim. I still have one more home to board up. There we go. Alright, let me go ahead and turn in the quests that I have done now, and then I'll go find the remainder and get them turned in. Oh, talk to Thane Edvic, Wolmir, and Gifel. So that's all inside the main hall over here. Let's go ahead and get those quests cleared and then see where I'm at.
Do you bring provisions?
I knew my ears had not deceived me, but this begets yet more troubles for the Entwade. Orcs hiding in town? Unthinkable. As for this man you found, Thane Edric will not be pleased that one of his people was left behind, especially if they intended to stay against his orders. We must speak more of this once the other threats outside the Entwade have been quelled.
I do not believe you will find welcome here.
Thank you for taking your time to do this. You brought our men more time to prepare for the coming siege in doing so. When this war is finally ended and our people can return, they can rest easy knowing that our foes did not invade their homes to any vile end.
There are not enough curses in the world for the invaders of the lands of Rohan.
I know not if Reed-Vastred drove them from his lands, but the orcs will find no safety here. You have removed another threat facing me and my men, and for that I am grateful. Though I have no love for Theoden, the orcs of the White Mountains have long lain dead, and I shall not tolerate another orc upon the blades of Kingstead.
The enemy must be punished for encroaching upon our lands.
Ah, you've returned then. Ah, I thank you for recovering these fish. With my people and our crofters gone to the south, the farms are not as well kept as they had been, and we will need as many rations as we can muster. So that's 4 of the 7 that I need to take care of. A Westmanette scout, but he's not part of that quest. But let's see what he's got. To the Broad Acres and to Eastfold. Are you the famous Enchantra? I have a message for you.
Our success depends upon our strength. Will you aid us?
You are Enchantra, are you not? The famous hunter? Huh. I ran into Gandalf the Grey upon the plains not long ago, but he asked me to convey a message to you if I should see you. He said he would be in Edoras shortly to check up on things there. Perhaps you will catch him if you make haste.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
To the Easthold. Oh, are you that Enchantra I've been hearing about? Gandalf Greyham wishes to speak with you. I believe he said you'd be stopping over briefly in Edoras. Perhaps you will find him there if you ride hard. I believe you hope you would help the folk of the Eastfold. And he looks like he has more quests for me, but I'm not quite ready for them. But here's one of the men that I do need to help.
The minions of Orthanc are growing stronger in these lands.
No word from Middlemead. Hail. I heard word of a hardy hunter that had come to the Entwade, and surely it must be you. I've little time for introductions, but I am Kenbert. Thane Edric sent me to patrol the road to Middlemead, but I have met some resistance. The Uruks lurk all around us here, but I doubt myself seen. Middlemead is a valuable trading post to Kingstead, and Entwade was off-host to scores of traders. As of late, none have made it to the Entwade, and Edric is convinced that the king's departure marked an uprising of Uruks in our lands. If the trade routes are truly overrun, our situation will be dire. Patrol along the road to Middlemead, and I will hold my position here. If we find any sign of traders or their goods, we will need to act swiftly, or the Uruks will claim them all. And here's another quest.
We stride into a danger that we cannot hope will become.
Unfair trade. This bodes ill for us. The Uruks cannot be allowed to lay claim to our trade routes and goods. There must be some reason for their wanton violence, and I fear they will use the resources of our rich lands against us. Ride along the road and say any Uruks you encounter. Those near the coast will likely have pillaged our goods, and they must be returned to the Entwade if we hope to win this war. The road here is barren, and nothing catches your eye. You discovered wrecked carts and ransacked goods littering the edges of the roads. A remote quest. Collect crates of Kingstead crops. Crates of Kingstead crops can be found along the road to Middlemead in eastern Kingstead. You have discovered a crate of crops that survived the Odorok onslaught, and should recover as many as I can to aid the forces of the Entwade. The Uruk's dart about top dark horses stealing goods from their recent kills. Come on, come on. Fine, be that way. Trouble. Two more tattered shadows. You recovered many of the crops pillaged by the Uruks near the Entwade. With these renewed supplies, Entwade will have the rations necessary to hold through the impending assault. And there's the stolen goods. Alright, so let's go back and talk to Kenbert.
In strength, the servants of the enemy are everywhere.
Alas, I had worried this would be the case. I mourn for the people of Middlemead, and I hope that much such loss will not continue to visit our lands. Now then, we must form a plan, for the Uruks must be dealt with and our goods salvaged.
Evil stirs in the shadows, and the horse lords have need of aid.
A break in the chain. Along the road I have seen many foes. None were greater than the Uruk who guarded their stockpile of pillaged goods. He rode atop a thickly armored steed and wore weapons of the finest make. He had no doubt stolen such tools from our traders, caught ferrying blades of the stone deeds back to Kingstead. I know not if this Uruk is their leader or merely one of their mightiest, but he must be slain if the Entwade is to be prepared for the coming attack. Ride out to the stockpile along the road's edge and slay him where he can draw his attention. Thane Edric will wish to know this foe has been put to an end. Let me see. He is over here. Take these guys out, though. Ooh, scholarly items. I can definitely use those. I have. Oh, there he is. Oh, got him. He's got nothing more to say to me now. There we go. Unfair trade?
There are not enough curses in the world for the invaders of the lands of Rohan.
You have lessened the blow to our lands, if only to a small degree. With only my men and I stationed here, we will use these supplies to arm and defend Entwade. You have my thanks for bearing such a burden.
The White Hand is wicked.
This Uruk has harried my people for weeks now, and I am glad to hear he finally met his end. The supplies he and his ilk have been keeping for my men can now be recovered, and we can redouble our efforts to prepare the Wade. And that is the 7 quests that I needed to do to get into Deep finished.
There are not enough curses in the world for the invaders of the lands of Rohan.
Few could deny the effort you have put forth. My men and I are grateful for what you have done to aid us in preparing for the White Hand's next assault. Without the King's aid, we were ill prepared for such a task. But should the Wade hold, he and I shall have words upon his return. Come then, we must talk of what is to be done with this man you have found.
The White Hand is wicked.
You've done much to aid me and the people of the Entwade. My men and I will continue to ready the town for the White Hand's return, but there remains little left to do. Now, as for the man you found hiding in town, while you cleverly evaded my men, he will still need to rejoin the others in Oldburg. The roads can be traveled in numbers, but I would not send him south alone. Not in these times. If you would, travel south with Egelman, and bring him to rejoin with Leoflad and the others.
These lands were once so fair.
Did Surely the thing cannot be serious. The White Hand will return with their forces bolstered soon enough, and when the time comes, we must be prepared to defend the Entwade. I was trained in the art of swordplay by my father before his passing, as were my brothers before they traveled to aid the king. Certainly I could be of more use to the Thane here than I would be inside the walls of Aldeburg. One man cannot tend the farms in the absence of our people, so what other purpose have I not, if not to defend the lands of the king? I beg of you, speak to the Thane on my behalf. Edric needs every able man he can spare, and I stand ready to fight for the White. Alright.
The enemy must be punished for encroaching upon our lands.
What madness is this? I have little time to ready our forces, and he seeks to delay us even further with such bold declarations. I knew well his father was skilled at blade, but this man has always been a crofter, and though his hands be worn for the labors in the Wade, he is still ill-equipped to battle against the Uruks and their ilk. I doubt not that he means well, but we do not have the time to prepare him. Edric sits up in his chair and looks over your shoulder. Do you hear me, Eagleman? I shall not hear with such a plea, and though I apologize, you will find safety in Aldeburg. My hunter here will bring you to reunite with Eoflad and the others, and that will be the end of it.
The White Wizard has taken everything from us.
Thane Edric is a brave man, but he can fly into a rage like no other I have known. We will travel south then, but I shall not merely watch these conflicts unfold on my lands. Before we depart, I wish to arm myself. If I cannot protect the Thane and Entwade, his people shall be safe behind my shield. Let us look about town for a sword and a shield, and then we will be on our way. Okay, well, there's a battered shield of Kingstead. And now I need to find a weapon. A posture check. Oh, and agnosis. Anagnosis. Thank you very much for the follow. And yeah, all right, we'll go ahead and get this set up here. There we go. How's that? Is that better? There we go. There we go. Thanks, Destus Carter. Sword should be somewhere on the other side of this. No? Your tongue twister name. I'm sorry. I tried my best. Anognosis? Anonosis? Hopefully I got that right. I do apologize. There's the sword.
These lands were once so fair.
These will do nicely. May have seen many a battle, but such arms will aid me well enough. If Edric truly wishes me gone, we shall go, but I will take up arms for the people of Kingstead. Ride along the road south toward Eastfold. Okay, let's go ahead and mount up. Nah, it's literally everyone, but don't worry, you got it right. Okay, thank you. There we go. Oh, that one was hiding. Oh, crap. Harrowing. Those are the kind I cannot kill. Not even with a buddy following me here. Alright. Let me go in the world chat and see if we can get some aid for it here. No, actually it's in Kingstead. Let's see if I'm going to get any help with it. It'd be nice if I did, because the harrowings were 20 tattered shadows, but I don't know if I'm going to get any help. It doesn't look like it. Alright. We'll continue on south. We'll ignore him for now. And we'll go ahead and continue on with questing. You encountered a wrecked cart. There. So I wonder how many. Yeah, I'm thinking about adding a goblin gold spender. Thinking 1,000 goblin gold will stop me from harvesting supplies for like 5 or 10 minutes or something like that. Alright. You have seen no sign of Leoflat or her people and should continue riding south. Okay. I've already got the stable set up, so let's go ahead and mount up real quick. As you cross, you spy a farmhouse in the distance. You discovered Pendelek's farm. You discovered 3 farmhands working amidst the fields.
What brings you to these lands?
Of course I heard them pass. How could one not? You have a steed, aye? Well, then right after them. Smalo looks around, trying to catch the eye of the other farmhands. Brothers, we have not time for this. Okay, let me go ahead and see. Talk to the other two brothers. There's the other one.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
I've little time to chat, and nay, I've not seen the people you speak of. Why flee to Alderburg? I would think Edoras is more secure. And what is to become of the wad? Must make ready. Excuse me. Must be up here by the, There he is.
What brings you to these lands?
Ah, me not to be curt, but many things must be set in order before my fellows and I ride to Edoras at Aelwood's request. To answer you, I saw them pass in the last hour or so at a fairly slow pace. Should you ride swiftly, you will no doubt find them along the road. Okay. And that one was covering a shadowing. Back off. There we go. Pretty good day so far. Oh, there they are. That's not good. You've discovered a grim scene as the people of the Entwade lay slain before you.
The White Wizard has taken everything from us.
Alas for the fallen. What are all of them, old and young, cut down? They were innocent. Innocent, and still the Uruk slew them all. Eagleman clasped his hand to his mouth, his eyes filling with tears. I cannot bear to see my fellows like this, and what may yet stand, but in truth it is already fallen. They deserve so much better than this fate. I shall not allow the wargs of the White Hand to strip the remains of their dignity. Come then, let us bury them, and perhaps they shall find peace they so hoped for. Damn Uruks. And Leoflad? Oh no. I was hoping Leoflad may have escaped. Egoman calls out to you.
It is a sad thing to watch your lands die.
Stay your hand. Alas for brave Leoflad. She must have been overwhelmed by their numbers, both for honor and for Edric. She must be returned to the Entwade. I will handle this task myself, friend. Edric needs to see her, and he needs time to grieve for the lost, even if he thinks time is short.
The White Wizard has taken everything from us.
Taking the blame. Edric must be told what has happened here, and not a moment too soon. Poor Leoflad. I have known her since she was but a girl. She was trained well in the art of swordplay, and I grieve that she does not remain at the Wade to aid us. And now, I fear for Edric. Truly I do. Such a loss would break the strongest man, were there only more time to mourn. I will prepare Leoflad for travel, and I shall bear her to the Ward with haste. Prepare a steed, and leave the rest to me. Alright, got company. Alright, let's see if I can find a horse to prepare. Readied the horse at Pendulux Farm.
These lands were once so fair.
Well done. Now then, allow me to ready Leoflad for her final journey. Such a brave woman. Aided Eagleman in returning to the Entwade.
It's a sad thing to watch your lands die.
These are the grimmest of times that I have known. But I thank you for the aid. I wish our task could have been one less tragic. Edric must be told of what has happened, even if it wounds him greatly. All who we lost today must be mourned, and the Wade must hold in their honor. Meet me at the Entwade, and there we shall talk more. Okay. I'll just go ahead and warp back real quick.
It is a sad thing to watch your lands die.
Ah, you have made it. Edric is not well, my friend. He may seem lost in thought, but I see a blind hate building within him. I am now known to the Erlingas. I have gained 10,000 points of reputation. Your name is now known amongst the Erlingas, and they know that you act in their interest. And I gained 5 LOTRO points. Got a bunch of stuff to go through here real quick. Equip that. Equip that. See, that is a level 86 tracery. Go ahead and use it. And level 86 runes, use those. That's a jeweler's case. Woodworker. Hook. Tailor. See if I can use any of those recipes. I can use them both. Not just one of them. Here's a Rittermark Tailor. Already known. Rittermark Scholar. Already known. 2 weaponsmiths. There's a cook. Cook. There we go. 14. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, sell.
There are not enough curses in the world for the invaders of the lands of Rohan.
Hard negotiations. I desire not to speak. Egoman has told me of my people. And Leo flat. Edric stares into the distance, eyes glazing over, until suddenly he turns to you. What use have I to remain here? We will travel to Edoras and speak with Eowyn, and that will be the end of it. Come, we ride now. Let us travel. I have little patience left to spare.
In the grim aftermath of the Wadeslot, Thane Edric journeys to Edoras to confront Eowyn on matters of honor and duty.
There are not enough curses in the world for the invaders of the lands of Rohan.
It was a long ride, and I hope your wits are still about you. Now, let us speak to Eowyn. Come, we must talk to Methuselah from here. Do you know why I have brought you here? No? You must bear witness to the terror that befell my people. Only then can they understand what I must do. Let us hasten to Methuselah. I tire of climbing these stairs at such a pace. Where is everyone? Edric's face betrays a seething rage.
There are not enough curses in the world for the invaders of the lands of Rohan.
What is she? Edric seems oblivious to your attempts to speak to him. Eowyn! Eowyn! The glow of torches in the distance signal Eowyn's arrival. Stop your shouting! I assure you, you have my attention. There's no such need for theatrics outside the hall of the king. Edric, what business brings you here at such an hour? I apologize for my outburst, but it's a serious matter, Eowyn. May we speak in private? I see. You two, return to the hall. I know not how long this will be. Now, what is it that you wish to speak of? My people were slain to the last, Eowyn. My wife fell with them, butchered alongside the rest. Edric, I am so sorry to hear such tidings. I have come to report that the Wade is lost. Though it stands yet, what reason remains to defend it? The war, our history, the Eastmanet. Can you not see what might still be lost? Edric, your grief has consumed you. I cannot help you, not like this. Nor did you before. You left us to die. Tell me my people were not forgotten. Dare you speak that? I mourn for your people, Edric. Truly I do, but you cannot believe such things. The guilt lies with Theoden. I shall not forgive him simply for casting Wormtongue from his court. It was no fault of the king. The White Hand are to blame, as you know this as well as I, Edric. Only through his inaction does their blood stain the fields of Rohan. And you? Yours shall be the blood that stains his hands. No, no, please no. Yeah. Knowing he is beaten, Edric yields, and tears stream down his face.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
If he spoke true, I grieve for his wife and people. These are dark times in Rohan, and it pains me to see our people faced with such brutality. I know not when his madness will leave him, but I shall speak of the good he and Eoflet have done for our people, and she shall live on in our songs. I know not why he forced you to follow him here, but I am thankful you fought alongside me. Come, we have more to speak of.
I have need of your aid.
I thank you for your aid. Edric's judgment was hindered greatly by his loss. I hope in time he will see the error of his ways. He should be cared for here in Edoras when he is willing. I would see him return to his post should he wish it. He has lost enough. We'll not deny him this too, even in the wake of his foolishness. As for the attack on the Entwade, we must make ready to ride. I shall fight in his place.
I need your help, my friend.
We must right this wrong as best as we can. The people of the Entwade did not deserve such a fate, and so shallow is the honor of the Uruks that they press their attack still. They will not find victory in the Wade, but we will be there to meet them. Come, let us ride. We had little time to lose. Are you ready to ride to the Entwade?
Seeking to avenge the wrongs done to her people, Eowyn rides east to drive the White Hand from the Wade once and for all.
Alright, let's get ready here.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
It is as I fear. The White Hand have already begun to strike against Entwade. We must move swiftly to Entwade Eric's men in holding against the enemy's forces. Follow me. I need to follow her. Eowyn and the men of Entwade must not be defeated. The White Hand have already reached the Wad. We must aid Edric's men. To the mead hall. Ah, Lady Eowyn, I am Eagleman at your service. Well met. Yet you bear naught but a sword and shield. Without armor, you stand little chance against the White Hand. I mean you no offense, Lady Eowyn, but I shall not seek shelter. I would sooner die than allow the White Hand to claim Entwade. Especially after the horrors they visited upon our people. Your courage is advisable, ill-advised as it may be, and I shall not deny you your vengeance. I shall seek it for all of them, but where is Thane Edric? He is in Edoras, and there remains no time to speak of such things. Let us all drive the White Hand from the Wade. Alright, where are they? I'm ready. There they are. Okay, where are the rest? There they come. Last snooze on the ad. I've got 5 minutes and I can't stop it again because I'm trying to get to a good point to take a break, but things have been hot and heavy lately, so. Lady Erwin, I did not expect to see you here. We shall take up positions in the tower and aid the archers. Very well. Let us press on. We must secure the gates of Entwade. If it goes into ad break again, I apologize. Edric's men are scattered and would be grateful for any aid we can muster.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
You have come just in time. The orcs are upon us, so we cannot allow them to raise the palisades. We will slay any make for the gate, but you must defeat those that attack the fence. Swiftly now. We shall hold the orcs here. You must push forth and defeat the ones attacking the palisades. Native Entwade remains strong as the orc force dwindles. Seek out Cedric. I need to find him. Oh, he's over here. There he is. Slain orcs and uruks litter the ground at Cedric's feet.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
It is good to see you again. These wretched orcs will trouble us no longer, but what of the others? You speak of the forces you encountered in the south and east of the Entwade. Aye, that is heartening. We have slain all that are mustered here, but we must secure the western flank. Let us move swiftly, lest the White Hand gain the advantage. Woman, Gifted, take up positions in the towers. Eowyn, Shinchanta, and I shall secure the western flank. Go. Come, let us make for the western flank. Should they bolster their numbers, I fear for the Wade. We are spread too thinly, not enough men to remain to repel such a force. But look ahead, the White Hand has returned. We will do what we can, Cedric. Well, well, I guess a few are alive after all, boys. I wonder if they'll scream as well as the others. Why don't we find out? Well, come on. That's enough. There we go. Took him long enough. No. Rohan belongs to the White Hand. Woman, don't you wish to know how they suffered when we ran them down? You are beaten, Uruk. Such a boast stands as weakly as you. Our riders shall not rest until your kind are purged from our lands. You ask if I wish to hear of such things? Nay.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
The White Hand shall not trouble the Wade again. While Edric may have never had those he had lost back, I know he felt what he did was right, and I trust his dedication to his duty. I hope this can bring some sense of closure to him. Let us return to Edoras. Welcome back, everybody. I tried to delay that as long as I could. I went through 3 phases of delaying the ad break, but I just couldn't find a good stopping point, so I apologize for being the ads interrupt there. But looks like I went ahead and completed 2 class deeds during that encounter. I critically hit enemies with penetrating shot 1,000 times, and I completed true shot, deadly shot, and cut them down, and I earned a class trait point. As well as earning 5 LOTRO points. And it looks like I earned a class trait point as well. Nope. Okay. How am I doing over here, though? Okay. Filling the Wade.
I need your help, my friend.
You fought well, friend. I regret that the people of the Entwade cannot be saved, but we have done all that we can for them. The White Hand shall not soon forget the victory we won today. If you're to remain in Edoras, I have many other matters to share with you.
I have need of your aid.
I have been tasked by Theoden King, my uncle, with the gathering of our people to Dunharrow for shelter from this brutal war. I managed to keep, I managed to keep as much order as possible in Edoras, but I cannot leave my people to attend to this matter. You have proven yourself a hardy hunter, and I will trust you with this task should you seek to aid me. Far to the north of Edoras, the trading village of Middlemead is nestled amongst the trees. Gather the people and have them seek shelter here while we make ready to travel south. Note, this quest will fail if you complete Trading Fates before speaking to Thane Magla. And I have another quest. 2 of them. Edoras, Lady Erwin's Charge, and the Burdens of Dunharrow. But before I pick those quests up, I am going to have to call an end to my stream for today. So I would like to thank everybody for joining me today. We accomplished a lot. We've started work on Edoras, getting the people to Dunharrow, and we will continue more on that on my next stream, which should be this Wednesday at 4 p.m. Pacific. Also, as a quick reminder, if there are any in-game events that you'd like for me to advertise on my stream, please send me the information. Either post on my Discord, send me an email to talisian@gmail.com with the subject line LOTRO events, or join me on my Discord server. Link is down below, and post them there. And just let me know what's going on, and I'll be glad to go ahead and let people know about them on my stream. And thank you, Desdescardo, and everyone for joining me today. I really appreciate the people. I really appreciate you guys joining me. So until Wednesday, I hope you remain safe, take care, and I will see you all very, very soon. Goodbye, my friends.